Hey folks, the next exercise is exercise 2b. So we're going to want to launch Photoshop, and you're going to want to open the exercise 2a file, the one that we named last name underscore Ps2a. Okay, that is right here. I used that little brush in the last exercise. Now we're going to follow the directions which say using the crop tool in the toolbar, crop to any area of interest and then double click to confirm. Do not flatten. So if I head to there, let's just say I'm going to crop here, and I'm going to go ahead and double click it, and it didn't ask me if it's going to flatten. It might ask some of you from older versions if you want to flatten, say no. It still holds all of my little adjustment layers that I added. Okay, next we're going to choose the type tool in the toolbar, and that is right here. The type tool, and click on the artboard to see the blinking cursor. Some people might have blinking cursor, others you will automatically have type added and Greek copy is added. I'm going to enlarge that copy to 300 just so we can see it. All right? All right. You can see it also automatically adds a new layer, and then you in the control options panel at the top of our workspace, use the typeface or style of your choice. So I'm going to keep mine defaulted at Avenir Next Condensed. Yours probably defaulted to something else. It will always default to something that you had previously, and if you made your image the appropriate size in the earlier exercise, you should note that 300 points is not too big for your type. All right. The next thing we're going to do is I wanted you to select, probably mine says 300, and I do like that size, but I told everyone 100, so we'll keep that about 100 right there. Add a favorite quote or a lyric. It doesn't have to be in its entirety, so I'm going to type something of interest. It could be any kind of quote, a music lyric. I'm going to do that Nina Simone song, Birds Flying High, You Know How I Feel. So again, I might change that to be, I'm moving this layer up so I can see it over the brush mark. And I'm going to go back down to my type tool. I'm going to change this, oops, inadvertently added another layer. So if I'm on this, I'm going to make it a little larger, but not 300. So maybe 200 is a good size, and I'll make sure that I have that on there. Okay, so you want to just add some text. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Of course, I could probably add in a comma. All right, something nature and a song that I like. So that is good. And then the next thing you want to do, and of course this is going to be tailored to your own self. You don't have to copy mine. You can find one of your own, a quote, a lyric, a poem, something that inspires you. All right, and then you're going to go ahead and make sure that while you're selected on your type here, you're going to click on the fill. And you know, if you're in the type, you can also do this. Click on your fill, and if I switch it, it will actually fill with a different color. You can click on that color. You can do something like this and say OK. And it will actually change the color. See, now I have this sort of pink color. You want to make sure that you know how to change the color of your type. And if I flip it, and you know, this little tiny arrow allows me to change the foreground to the background, now I have white type. Of course, you can't read it, so I'm going to change it back. All right, and then while staying on the type layer, we're going to go ahead and we're going to rasterize the type by going to layer, rasterize, type. So I'm going to go to my move tool to get out of the type layer. Then I'm going to go to layer, rasterize, type. Kind of like how we did that for a smart object. All right. Some of you who might have me in Photoshop, and if you have placed your images in, smart object is one way to rasterize a smart object as well. So the next thing you're going to want to do is your type. Note that your type is now image. It's not, the T has been gone from this layers panel. So now it forms as image. And just so you know, you're not going to be able to edit it or do anything of that nature either. So that's one of the problems that you have with rasterizing your text. Just make sure that you know that you're finished with adding things to it. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and save our work. File, save as, keep it as layers, obviously. And we're going to name it last name underscore Ps2b. Okay? And then save it somewhere that you remember. Say OK. And then again, your PC people, you're going to right click on the file, send to archive zip file. And Mac people, when you save your file, make sure then you click on it. And you're in the Finder and you say file compress. And then you're going to upload that compressed file to the JetNet submission link. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good job. I'll see you in the next video.